Hello, everyone, and welcome back to everyone's favorite show, Nesconset Athletic Association, and we've got some amazing faces here. This is the face of the board of the Nesconset Athletic Association, so I think it's probably best if everyone just goes around. I don't want to assume that everyone already knows who you guys are. I think everyone knows Rick because they complain to him the most, probably of everyone here. But just in case everyone doesn't know, for everyone who is watching, this is the board of the local Nesconset Athletic Association. I guess let's start with Bill.
How you doing?
Bill? Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, your name, I guess, what teams you coach, how long you've been in the league, all that good stuff.
I coach 3 teams. I coach the 10U travel team and 2 in-house teams. One is 9U, and the other one is a T-ball team.
How long actually have you been part of the league? Not as far as like being on the board, but as far as even your kids in the league and whatnot.
I don't even know. As long as these 2 guys.
At least since 2015.
Yeah, a long time.
A long time.
Yeah,
minimum.
And then right to your left is another guy that we just mentioned, everyone's favorite person to complain to. Rick, why don't you go ahead and tell everyone a little bit about you?
Rick Nasta. I'm actually the president here at Nesconset Athletic Association. I've been around since probably 2014, probably the same timing. I think when my son was 5 or 6, I started. And so I coach 3 in-house teams, a travel team, and I'm at the field every day.
A little obsessed. A little obsessed.
A little bit. I sleep in the shed.
That's not a lie, actually. Creepy, but not a lie. Right across from Rick is the VP himself.
And we're wearing the same shirt.
Yeah. And by the way, they actually coordinated this on purpose. They love spending so much time together. They were like, let's twinsy. And we're twinning today. Right? So go ahead, Rich.
Rich Massa. I've been part of the league since same year as Rick, 2014-ish.
It's got to be.
It's been almost 10 years. I'm not as involved with coaching a million teams as these guys. I coach 2 teams. I coach 1 in-house team right now, and then Rick and I coach our oldest team, the 14U travel team.
Awesome. And coming full circle, I'm Rob Taormina, and I've got triplets, and I think actually the triplets started around the 15. Same year, because I remember my kids were on the same team with Tommy. So we all coach a lot of teams. I coach a lot of teams as well. I'm also more on the softball side of it. So anyway, that's the board. And I think it's important for us to be able to connect with you guys and for you to understand, who are these people, behind the scenes. And this is the board. Now, what's awesome about this year, and maybe this is the first thing that we can discuss, because this is new to Nesconset Athletic Association, and that's the committees. And we've really reached out to the community and the parent base, and because it's a growing league, and we found this really great idea in committees. I don't know who wants to sort of like. I can ping pong this to someone.
Yeah, I'll take that.
All right. So
we're trying to do. Obviously, most of the people know we do a pretty large opening day. We like to get. We're always scrambling for volunteers at the last second. So we're looking for people to kind of come on early on, get your feet wet with the board and like what we're looking for, and also for your own ideas as well. And kind of run with opening day as well as closing day, even picture day. Even though we have a new picture place that's going to do our pictures this year, but somebody run with something. Even if you had ideas about what to do, that's all great and fine. And come to us with those things and volunteer. That's the key.
Yeah, I think the idea was. We can't do everything, obviously, right. And the league definitely had areas that, it would be served well by having someone dedicated to just doing that.
100%.
And then also we'd be able to expand more. We'd be able to scale more with more people involved. And, I remember last year, I think, was it closing day? We had all those parents come out.
Yes. Yeah.
That was amazing. We had like an army of parents come out to help us out. And it made a big difference.
Jamie.
And it made a really big difference.
Basically the softball parents.
The softball parents, right.
They stepped up.
Yeah. And it was that moment for me, I realized like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
We've got a really amazing group of families that could do amazing things, and that's why. I mean, so I know Rick was just talking about like the days, right? But there's other committee leadership coordinating positions like the sponsorship committee that's be led by Joe. We've got the event committee led by Jamie. We're looking, there's going to be a person in charge of just parents. We're going to be people that are going to be in charge of like social media. We're really going to build this out. So it's a lot of fun. So if you guys are interested in joining a committee, we've got a lot of different committees available. You can always reach out by going to our website, which is www.nesconsetaa.com. We should have like a website jingle. Like a jingle. I think Bill should sing it.
I'll work on that.
Someone has to volunteer for that.
I think that would be awesome. But let's get right into our segment here. And the first one, news and updates. Anything new going on with Nesconset Athletic Association? Anything that we want to update our community as far as what we're doing, what's coming up? See, hold on, ready? There's a lot, and then they're like, I don't know, should I talk?
Can you pause?
I'm not pausing anything. You guys got to just go for it, right? So, what do you think? So, news and updates. You mentioned. I'll give you a couple things, right? So, you already mentioned, for example, pictures. There's a new photography company.
Yep.
I actually think it's really important. I know I'm putting you on the spot here with this. We didn't discuss it, but I actually think it's important for you to discuss it because this company is amazing. We've seen their stuff, right?
They do awesome stuff. They actually did something for a kid who's in the league currently, the Archer family, and they really did some really great stuff. I know most people haven't been happy the last couple of years because it's generic, I guess, to say. But they really do like the whole what do we call that?
I don't know, the more artsy, creative, like hero shots.
Yeah, the backgrounds, the flaming backgrounds, the fog backgrounds. You know, like they don't. It's basically green screened. In other words, it's not just a bunch of trees in the background.
Yeah.
I look forward to them. I've seen some of their work.
Yep.
The guy's name is Randy. He's a really good guy, and so he'll be doing the pictures for us this year.
Yeah, so there's going to be a lot more options for families. So definitely start thinking ahead about what you would want because now it's not just about just the team photo or just the solo shot with the kid's glove and bat, but they can be really creative creating these crazy like professional artsy like hero shots, like I said before, that you're going to want to like blow up on your wall, and it's amazing. Yeah,
they look like a baseball card.
They do. They're awesome. Incredible. They're incredible, and I think everyone's going to be really, really excited about that. Anything else? What's new? Update? I know today. I mean, we're shooting tonight, right? We're shooting late tonight, by the way. We spent the better part of the evening doing a draft. Listen, I'm putting on you guys on the spot with a lot of things, but did anyone want to sort of take it? I think Bill, I'm going to throw this one out to you. Because you were in one of the divisions where we had the draft. Mm-hmm. What's the benefit of doing a draft, and why is it something that we decided to sort of elect to do this year?
Well, I think it opens it up to make it more equal for every team, so we could split the travel kids up and the kids who do not play travel, and it makes everything a little more equal and even and
competitively fair.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, well said.
They're still with their friends, and everyone's kind of friends in this grade, in the 3, 4, and even 5, 6, and
we try to meet
and balance the teams out.
Requests from parents, but it doesn't always work out.
Yeah, I will say though, and this is really to your credit this year. Is that we were able to accommodate most requests.
Yes.
I know a lot of families have requests, and it's important that they're with this friend or with this coach, and we hear that. It's hard for us to accommodate that all the time, but I will say I think this year with the draft even and getting a lot more people and the coaches and assistant coaches involved, I actually think we were still sensitive to that stuff.
Yeah, I definitely think we were. I think it all worked out.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
When the season starts, if my team's any good, but
I think your team's going to be awesome. We actually added another.
Doesn't matter. It's in-house.
No, it's all for fun anyway.
It's all for fun.
Have a good time.
Yeah, and let's talk a little bit about. And I'm going to throw this over to Rich. We this year we grew in 5-6. Last year we had 2 5-6 teams. This year we're going to have 3 5-6 teams. And we have a healthy growth. And Rich, we talk about this often. We like talking about numbers, like where were we at 5 years ago, 6 years ago, and being that you've been in the league, but in a leadership role in the league for a while, like. Explain to everyone the importance of like where we're at today, especially where we were a few years ago.
Well, I can tell you we've grown for the last 4 years, which for baseball is remarkable because baseball as a sport is every year little leagues are collapsing.
And softball. And softball.
Baseball and softball are collapsing and little leagues are going away because not as many kids are playing. So the fact that we were able to grow the baseball side of it for 4 years straight, and the softball side now has been 3 years straight and had a huge uptick this year, is really a sign that we're gaining some traction and the league is growing. So it's a great thing.
Another number I think it's important, and I think that the community would like to hear this. How many new kids do we have approximately? I'm asking you to have a photographic memory here, right? But like, how many new kids do we have this year?
I think there's over 50.
77.
70.
All right, there you go.
77 new kids.
Wow.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And obviously that, and I'm using this word a lot, but you got to understand, like when you're running an organization, one of the greatest litmus tests of whether something is working, whether it's good, is are you getting referrals? Are people saying, hey, I loved it. I had such a great experience. I'm going to recommend someone to come here. And that's that number that tells us that. And so that's awesome. Yeah. That's a really, really cool thing. And that's something that I think not just us, but everyone else involved, the parents, the coaches.
I think a lot of it goes back to the engagement that the coaches have with the kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
It really is.
The key is to keep them.
Yeah.
Key is to keep them around.
Yeah. I think
are we doing the right things to keep them around?
Yeah.
There's always the same kids who come back because
Yes.
they've been there, but it's when they open it up to their friends and tell them how much fun they had.
Yeah.
That's where you get the growth.
Yeah, I agree. Let's get into, because I know both of you guys mentioned travel, and let's get to our next topic here, travel tryouts. Now, I'm not part of travel. That's you guys are really a part of that. Tell everyone
Soon
really.
to be.
Soon to be. Softball.
Nice.
Coming.
This is the first mention of that publicly.
Yes.
So interesting.
So why don't you tell us what softball teams are planning on having travel teams for this year?
Interesting. Okay. You're putting me on the spot. All right. So for softball, I know we're looking to fill 10 and 12.
At
here.
least a 10 and a 12.
Right. And the difference between baseball and softball, in softball they do it 2 years. Right, there's the 2 year period where girls can qualify. Where versus baseball, it's just the one age group. So being that we've been able to grow over the past few years, the way that we have with softball, we've got a great pool of kids now that we can approach this with, and we also have a really great relationship. And I don't want to reveal too much because I don't know how much we're allowed to say, but we have a great relationship with other area communities as well that are going to be a part of this, with us sort of leading the charge and being in control of this, so which is awesome. And I know we're looking to establish that this summer for softball with travel tryouts, probably somewhere in the spring. But
I was just gonna say the vision is to have. So Connecticut already does their own travel softball, right? So our goal is, because we are, very close with SIAG and Hauppauge, to have any girls who want to try out for 10U and 12U is have a, try and come up with a summer team for those two age brackets. Maybe 2 teams, maybe just 1, depending on how many girls try out. And whether we think we can compete or not, and we would play just a summer season, because after the spring kind of things end and they die off, and they're sometimes the girls are left with nothing else to do softball wise, and so this kind of gives them an opportunity to jump into just continue playing softball.
Yeah, and we used our league, I guess, as like the guinea pig for this last year, and over the summer we did have a program for the softball girls, and like you were saying, a lot of the area leagues, they do nothing over the summer for girls softball, and we were one of the only ones, and we had a lot of success. It was incredible. Fun. It was a lot of fun, and so we're looking to build off of that. But with baseball travel, right? I know you guys have been involved with it for a while here. You've had a lot of success with it. I know now we have, a 14U team led by you guys, and we're looking to do some new things this year. I don't know who wants to sort of take this one first. All right. But Rich, tell us a little bit about travel.
So our travel program right now, we have a 14U team, an 11U team, a 10U team. Usually we start at the 9U level, but this year we're looking to expand that into 8U. So we're looking to have 2 new teams created this year. Both of those tryouts are going to be on Saturday, April 29th. So we're forming 2 brand new teams, an 8U team and a 9U team. The 9U team, the goal is definitely to be playing by the summer, and we would like to get the 8U team there as well. And then we also have open spots on our 10U and 11U teams. We'll be doing tryouts for them on March 18th and 25th.
Which is next weekend.
They're coming right up.
Right. So with travel, what would be the commitment? Let's say for 10 and 11U, what are the expectations there for parents, considering maybe having their kids come out and try out?
So generally there is 1 to 2 practices per week. Both of those teams will play in a league. We play normally with LI Hot Stove. And there's a fair number of games that take place during the week and on the weekends. So you're looking at 3 to 4 days a week probably for travel over the summer.
Right. Starting in June.
Starting in June. And
Mid-June.
And it ends early. So, parents still get
second
a chance.
Week of August.
It's second week of August.
Oh, is that right? At the latest. Yeah. It's usually the first week.
There are double headers, so
yes,
you might lose your entire Saturday, but your kids will have a great time.
Yeah. Travel.
And you will sweat.
Travel is amazing. I remember when I was a kid, I played travel, and it was probably the most fun I have. Like I have like detailed memories of my travel team when I was a kid.
100%.
Right now, like I can go off and tell you details of games. Like that's how much fun it was to me, and those memories were important because I still remember them. So that's the opportunities that I think a lot of kids are going to have, and parents are going to be able to give that to those kids by having them participate in travel. So which is incredible. Let's get, if it's okay, let's shoot over to skills workshops, because this is something that's coming up soon, and it applies to everyone. We typically
just one more thing on the travel.
Yes.
So, again, 8U, 9U, Saturday, April 29th, 1:30. We'll be posting that on our website. We'll be posting that on social media. 10U and 11U are March 18th and 25th, 9:30 to 11 for 10U on the 18th, 11 to 12:30 for 11U on the 18th. Those are both at Long Island Sports Zone. And then on the 25th, it's 12:30 to 1:30 for the 10U and 11U
both,
at Long Island Sports Zone again.
Yeah. And it's important to know, like, you can't just show up. You have to pre-register. Now, the tryouts are free.
Yep.
Correct.
Right? They're all free. But you do have to pre-register so that we can just I guess, plan out accordingly.
Yeah.
But I want to add this one other thing before we move on, actually. Even if you are on the fence about travel tryouts, come down anyway, because even the training you're going to receive at the travel tryouts is it's incredible, especially for those tryouts that are going to be at Long Island Sports Zone, which is an incredible indoor facility. So I highly recommend, go to the website, pre-register for this, give your kids an opportunity to at least see it. Remember, by coming to the tryout, you're not obligating yourself yet, but you're at least getting your feet wet and you can see sort of what it's about.
And there shouldn't be, on both the parent side and the kid side,
Yeah.
there's a lot of intimidation when you think of travel and tryouts. Yeah. On the kid side, our tryouts are very low key. And on the parent side, unlike other leagues, we don't make money off of our travel league.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
whatever,
we're not
have paid
whatever,
coaches.
whatever we don't pay the coaches. Whatever
We're
the
still
cost,
good.
whatever the cost it is to play and get uniforms, that's what we charge. So there's not a huge monetary commitment for our travel program. And the coaching, you know, at our 10U level and our 11U level, these guys all really know what they're doing, and we have a good bunch of volunteers that help us out and run those teams.
Yeah, that's incredible. And that's at a really important point, the financial aspect of this as well.
And one more thing, the travel point. we're not driving out of the state. It's like Nassau County and Suffolk
That's
County.
true.
So don't be intimidated if you think it's like we're going to Atlantic City for a tournament. We're just playing, Syosset.
Fair point.
Yeah.
It's very close.
Yeah, listen, don't make any assumptions. If you got questions, reach out, and these guys are highly educated on the travel, and they'll be happy to help you. As far as skills workshops, in the past preseason, we typically have done these open clinics. This year, we're doing something a little different with skills workshops. Number one, what are the skills workshops that are available, and why did we make that change?
So the skills workshops that we're doing are base running, and then we're going to go specific position-wise. We're going to have a first baseman clinic, a third baseman clinic, a middle infield clinic, which includes second and shortstop, an outfield clinic, a catcher's clinic, and also a softball pitching clinic. I think that was 7. Correct me if I'm wrong, but there's 7 of them. So those 7, we basically changed from getting away from the hitting and just the basic fielding and kind of more specific towards a position, because kids kind of flock towards a certain position. They like to play first, they like to play second, whatever it is, and this is geared more towards learning a lot of the basics of those positions, especially for the younger kids. Some of the older kids will kind of gear it more towards little more specific skills, like ball transfer for catchers, getting the ball to second or third, or like the footwork. The younger kids don't really know that yet. It's just trying to get them used to just playing a certain position.
So let's do a quick recap here, and we'll go around it's called a round table discussion, but it's actually a rectangle table here, right?
Can make it round.
But our round table discussion, let's just sum up everything we talked about here. So we're the Nesconset Athletic Association, if you guys are just joining in now, and we're the board that represents the league, and we've got a lot of incredible things coming up. Whether that be in-house for both baseball and softball, but also travel and clinics and workshops. It's incredible. Bill, I'm going to shoot it over to you. You're just by default. You're like the first position over there, right? Position one, right. So why don't you go over some news and updates as it relates to, we're talking about the committees which is new to our league here, the fact that we just did the draft. And if you can sort of outline, just as a summary, if someone maybe is just catching this a little bit late, right? So give them a quick breakdown of news and updates as it relates to Nesconset Athletic Association.
So we added committees this year to our board, and Joe Maggio is on our committee, and he's in charge of coming up with sponsorships and bringing more revenue into the league. And I don't know what else.
In addition to Joe, we've also added Jamie. She's in charge she's the event committee coordinator. We're also bringing on a parent committee coordinator. People for social media, different divisions are going to have committees, and it's really going to be the way that we can properly now scale the league, because we've exhausted what we can do ourselves, and at this point we need to bring people on board to help us out, and we've got amazing people that have already volunteered. If anyone is interested, please don't hesitate to reach out. This is a great organization. It's a really great thing to be a part of, and we need your help. So definitely want to encourage everyone, if you're interested, reach out to us if you'd like to be considered for one of those committee members. Shooting over to Mr. President, El Presidente, Rick Nasta. Why don't you go over a little bit the skills? I'm going to go out of order here, but skills workshops, because I'm going to shoot travel back over to you. If you could just sum up for me a little bit about skills workshops. When are they? Who are they for? And why are we doing it?
All right. So the skills workshops are for everybody. Anyone in the league, not in the league, doesn't matter. We're going to just charge a nominal fee of $10 per workshop. There's a variety of different sessions to pick from. If there's a weekday one, there's a Saturday option. This will all take place in April, and basically, if you sign up for 4, you get all of them the other 2 for free. So it's buy 4 get 2 free, and it's all April stuff, and it'll be basically the day after Easter through opening day. We have a variety of sessions.
Yeah, I think it's important to arm kids with the fundamentals of baseball.
Yeah,
how to slide, how to catch a fly ball, like the base running.
I still have kids on our travel team who are
absolutely.
horrible sliders.
Yep.
I think it's definitely a good idea to do something where
And the girls have no idea. They're like, guy get dirty? Nah.
No, listen, it's the truth. Like the first couple games, at least for girls softball, especially for girls that I've never played and they're new. And I tell them, all right, if you get a base hit or walk, it doesn't matter, right? I need you to slide. If second base is a play there, you have to slide. They are just so disobedient, though. They are aware that I'm asking them to slide. They're just refusing to do it.
But they look at you like,
right.
Yeah.
So, but being able to give kids an opportunity to learn how to do it without the competitiveness of it and that pressure. I think it helps the kids, and I think the kids will be better for it. The teams will be better for it. So we're going to teach those fundamentals of the skills. I recommend, honestly, everyone. It doesn't matter if you have had your kid in the league for a couple years or you're brand new. This is for you. You'll learn something. This is going to be amazing.
Minutes.
Yeah, and it's going to be quick. It's going to be great. And everything from baseball, even softball pitching, we're bringing in some people, which is going to be great.
Are we doing base running?
This is for base running.
Yeah, base running is so important.
Base running is so important. It really is. All right, so Rich, if you can, again, one more time, sum up for me. Travel. What is travel baseball? What is travel softball? And what are some of the opportunities that we have coming up for our kids?
So travel overall is a little more competitive, although we put our teams in leagues where they compete and they can succeed. They're not too hard. They're not too soft. We're kind of in the just right area for our teams. 14U, 11U, 10U, 9U, 8U on the baseball side, 10U and 12U on the softball side.
Right? Yeah.
Hopefully 2 teams on the softball side. Again, it's a little more competitive. So there are tryouts, there are cuts. If there's, a bunch of kids that try out, we try and fill 12, 13 kids in a roster. 8U and 9U we're creating from scratch because, these are the years that these teams form. So we got that going again April 29th from 1:30 to 2:30. So hopefully we'll create 2 teams out of that tryout. And then we have 10U and 11U tryouts on the 18th and 25th. So we'll
and those tryouts are going to be at Long Island Sports Zone, right?
Those tryouts are at Long Island Sports Zone, and they'll be posted everywhere for people that are interested.
Right, and remember, you have to pre-register for tryouts. You can't just show up. You still need to pre-register. It's free, and we want to encourage every family, even if you're thinking about it, the best way to make the decision is actually to participate in the tryout. That's the best way to figure that out is actually come to the tryout.
Never know.
What's that?
Never know.
You never know. Anyway, so any other closing thoughts here? Anyone?
No.
Just looking forward to seeing everyone opening day.
Yeah.
Opening day is going to be
Get
amazing.
those banners.
Registration is basically closed.
And
so
we
if
had
you know
a-
anyone,
that's
sign
right.
up.
We had a big fundraiser last year, and we're going to introduce our brand new pitching machine.
Oh,
True statement.
Yeah.
This is true.
And
There's-
hopefully a batting cage. I am working with the town to get that
Yeah.
approved
Nice.
over by Field 6. So.
Yeah, that's going to be really exciting, and I think it's going to be a really great asset to the league to be able to give that to kids and teams to be able to come and prep in a batting cage. I mean, that's amazing.
Yes.
I'm going to actually take a couple hacks in there.
And speaking
Me
of
too.
opening day, everyone should be on the lookout right around March 18th. You should be receiving an email to order your uniform. So there is a free shipping window March 18th to March 28th. If you order after March 28th, you are not guaranteed to receive it by opening day. So make sure everyone gets their uniform ordered during that free shipping window. A, you don't have to pay for shipping.
Yeah.
And B, you're guaranteed to receive the uniform by opening day.
Yeah.
Directly to your door.
Directly
Yeah.
to your door.
So I know this episode, there was a lot here, right? But there's a lot that we had to discuss. Introducing you guys to us, and the beginning of the season that's where the most work is.
Yes.
Behind the scenes that I know a lot of people aren't aware of when it comes to leagues. Most of the work happens between like January to March. There is a lot of work, a lot of late nights, a lot of burning the midnight oil to be able to get this thing up and running. And but it's well worth it. Because like even Rich was pointing out, we've got incredibly successful season. We've grown for the 4th year in a row. We've got 77 brand new kids. We've got a growing softball division. There's a lot of wonderful things that we can keep on talking about, but there's a lot. And so we're grateful for the parents and for all the coaches that volunteer as well. And we're looking forward to opening day, Saturday, April 22nd. Mark your calendars. That's our opening day. They're shutting down the roads. We're marching down with all the kids. We're making banners.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're making banners this year. Every team's getting a banner. But anyway, until next time, I'm Rob Taormina.
I'm Bill Demato.
Rick Nasta.
Rich Massa.
And we are Nesconset Athletic Association. We'll work on our closing, guys, but we are looking forward to working on an amazing season. Until next time, everyone, take care.
Bye.